Zion Williamson and John Morant were AAU teammates and almost became NBA teammates. See, back in the 2019 draft, the Pelicans had the first and the fourth pick in the draft. Pelicans took Zion with the first pick, but reportedly offered multiple deals to the Grizzlies that included the fourth pick for the second pick to draft John Morant. Today we're going to make that happen. Here I have John Morant and Zion Williamson on the Pelicans. This is definitely going to be interesting. First season, James Harden would win MVP. For the Rookie of the Year award, it would be a narrow race between Ja and Zion, as Zion Williamson averaged 19, but Ja was right behind him, averaging 18, so it can go both ways. John Morant outdueled Zion Williamson to win Rookie of the Year, and as I would expect, Ja and Zion Williamson both made it to the all-rookie first team. They would end up missing out on the playoffs. In the offseason, the Pelicans ended up drafting good in the draft, picking up Precious with the 9th pick. He's already a 77 overall. At just 20 years old, he could develop right with them. The second season, John Morant would end up as an 84 overall, and Zion Williamson bumped up to an 87. And with the amazing roster that the Pelicans have with Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Jrue Holiday, Valanciunas, Morant, Ball, Hart, and Precious, there's no way they should end up missing out on the playoffs. Not only did they make the NBA playoffs, they ended up as one of the best teams in the NBA, going up against the Nuggets with Jamal Murray, MPJ, and Jeremy Grant off the bench, and also Nikola Jokic. And after cruising past the Nuggets in 6 games, it had the duo of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. They were the 3rd seed in this year. Despite having home court advantage, the Pelicans would lose the first 2 games. And on the road, they would also lose as LeBron and Anthony Davis go up 3-0 in the series. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I know we're eliminated. Oh my god. Oh, I swear we have a 3 people were like basically 90 overalls, and then Jrue Holiday's an 87 overall. If they don't win the NBA championship this year, I don't even know what to say. Well, they're on a good track to winning the NBA championship, as the Pelicans ended up as the first seed, winning 68 games. That is actually insane. And John Morant ends up winning the MVP, averaging 25, 5, and 10. And for Zion, he had a good season as well. He made the All-NBA 3rd team. And in the first round, they swept the Utah Jazz, but would end up falling to the Houston Rockets in just the second round. But how does this happen? 4-0 against the Rockets, James Harden and Russell Westbrook, and then what is going on? Well, that somebody had to have been injured. I know for a fact somebody, so nobody was injured. Tell me, no one. We still lost. As next season rolls around, we once again upgraded our roster by drafting good, this time getting Benedict. Even though Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and John Morant are over 90 overall, and Precious is now 82 overall, we have a bunch of 22-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. This team is just way too young. We definitely have no experience going into the season, and that's why we haven't been winning, I feel like. Okay, Brandon, All-NBA second team, yes sir. So Ja and Zion ended up making the All-NBA 3rd team. So they definitely probably did worse than Brandon Ingram. And just like that, in the 4th season, the Pelicans ended up as the 1st seed. I hope this young roster can actually win the NBA championship this season. It would have Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, and the Phoenix Suns. And despite John Morant and Brandon Ingram dropping big numbers in Game 1, Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns stole one against the Pelicans. The Pelicans would storm back, winning the next 4 games against the Phoenix Suns and move on to the second round. Wait, Minnesota, they really don't have anybody except for Karl Anthony Towns. We should definitely sweep this team. And that's exactly what happened. Well, not exactly, but it was a gentleman's sweep. In the conference finals, we would have a familiar face. But LeBron James is out for this season. Oh yeah, we're definitely sweeping this team. And that's exactly what happened, as John Morant and Zion Williamson were way too much for the shorthanded Los Angeles Lakers. And in the finals, we would face the Chicago Bulls with Lonzo Ball, Spencer Dinwiddie. How did this team end up making the NBA finals? Who did they beat? The Boston Celtics with Zach LaVine, Kemba, Jason Tatum, and Jalen. I don't know, bro. That's 2K simulation for y'all. And in the first game, John Morant ended up dropping 58 points, and the Pelicans take Game 1. For Games 2 and 3, the Pelicans just absolutely dominated the Chicago Bulls, and now they go up 3-0 with just 1 game away from winning the NBA championship. And in Game 4, it looks like the Pelicans took absolute control of this game, and they're gonna end up winning the NBA championship. They're up by a bunch. John Morant just pulled up for a 3. New Orleans Pelicans, the big 3 of Brandon Ingram, Zion, and Ja win the NBA championship. John Morant wins the MVP. MVP. My goodness. Honestly, you can't go wrong with anybody that wins it. If Brandon Ingram would have won, you can't go wrong with it. If Zion would have won it, you can't go wrong with him either. Ja Morant averaged 30 and 10 in the playoffs. So, I mean, he definitely would have won. What is it called? Zion Williamson averaged 23 and 9, and Brandon Ingram averaged 32 and 7. So, Brandon could have won. Zion, you could not have gone wrong with any of them. You have 3 dudes over 90 overall, 93 overall, 94 overall, and then you have a 93 overall. They're bound to win it somehow. Zion Williamson and Ja Morant are now full-on superstars looking to repeat, and with the same roster, they have a huge chance to do that. The back-to-back championship hopes are still alive as they cruise through the regular season as the first seed once again. Winning will continue in the playoffs as they ran through the first 2 rounds and find themselves just 1 series away from the NBA Finals now. And in the first game, Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets came out strong. Murray dropped 23 points and they took game 1. For game 2, it was all Pelicans as Ja Morant dropped 37 points and 16 assists. Nuggets ended up taking game 3, but game 4, the Pelicans ended up tying it. This is a back and forth series. It's now tied at 2-2 and it's anybody's series for the taking. Game 3, Ja Morant and Zion Williamson find themselves on the road looking to take 1 or possibly even 2 games on the road and take control of this series. But Ja Morant would not let up as he dropped 37 points and 17 assists. Another amazing performance for him to take a 3-2 lead in the conference finals. And in game 6, the Pelicans look to close it out. They have the lead going into the third and also still have it. This looks like a blowout. The Pelicans are just passing it back and forth. The Nuggets have no time. They still have their starters out. The Pelicans, oh my God, Brandon Ingram all the way. Let's go, putting all the finishing touches. Hey! Brandon Ingram ended up dropping 38 points and 6 assists. Zion Williamson added 26 and 16. And in the NBA Finals, whoa, we would have the Brooklyn Nets who have Damian Lillard, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, and also Jarrett Allen. Brooklyn Nets ended up taking game 1. And in game 2, Damian Lillard will go off for 31 points, and now the Brooklyn Nets are up 2-0. Game 3, the Pelicans go back to the Brooklyn Nets home floor, and it looks like it's a back and forth game going into the 4th, and it looks like they're gonna go and win it down 2-1. This is another crucial game. It's a back and forth game once again. It looks like the Brooklyn Nets are taking control of this game. It's a back and forth game still. In the 4th quarter, the Brooklyn Nets end up blowing out the Pelicans down 3-1 in game 5. The Brooklyn Nets are down 3 points. They have the ball though. There's 49 seconds left. Damian Lillard is posting up. Damian Lillard hits the shot. No, bro, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. How could y'all give that up? Brandon Ingram with the ball, 34 seconds left. Please just slow it down. You have a 1-point lead, but they need to score right here. He takes the screen from Sharp, pulls up and misses. No, Brandon. So Harden has the ball now with 17 seconds left. Oh my God, Damian Lillard pulls up and hits it. Oh my God, no, y'all. How could they let this happen? And Ingram, 5 seconds left. 4 seconds. You need a 3. Take the screen. Take the screen, Ingram. What are you doing? Ingram, no. What are you doing in the Brooklyn Nets win the NBA championship off that? Off of that. Look at Ja, look at Zion. How does this even happen? What the? But I don't even want to watch this. And in season 6, the domination continues as the Pelicans ended up as the first seed with a 63-19 record as they demolished both the Golden State Warriors and the Portland Trailblazers. Now they're in the conference finals facing the San Antonio Spurs, who have DeJounte Murray, Kawhi Leonard, Evan Mobley. Have confidence that we're gonna beat this team. And just like that, we sweep the San Antonio Spurs just like I thought. Now we're in the NBA Finals for the 3rd straight year, going up against the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics have Zach LaVine, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. I forgot they had this team. My goodness. And to start off the series, the Pelicans protect home court and take a commanding 2-0 lead. But the Celtics would answer, protecting home court and taking 1. For game 4, it would be all Pelicans as Ja Morant drops 33 points and 14 assists. And in game 5, Ja and Zion are ready to close out this series and win yet another NBA championship. It looks like they have the lead going into the 4th. But the Celtics are fighting back, and it won't be enough. The Pelicans win another NBA championship. I actually want to see who wins the Finals MVP, and Ja Morant ends up winning at 23 a game with 13 assists, doing it all. For season 7, something unexpected has happened. Brandon Ingram left? Bro, no, even though we have 284 overalls, young guys, but Like, bro, that was really the piece we needed. That's how we really won the NBA championship twice, bro. And even with Brandon Ingram gone, Ja Morant, Zion Williamson did not care, as they have the best record in the league for like the 4th or 5th straight season, but would lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder in 5 games. We're the first seed. How do the Oklahoma City Thunder have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Nikola Jokic and Victor Wembanyama? I honestly should have checked before I started simulating. What the? And the winning will continue as Ja and Zion are still dominating the league in the regular season. Just to lose to the Clippers in 7 games. I don't understand, bro. How does this happen? Again, like, we're one of the top seeds. I mean, at the same time, you can't blame them, but you kind of can't. I mean, they have a big 3. Dariq Whitehead is an 89 overall, so they have the help. I mean, you have 2 guys who are over 90 overall. So hopefully, I mean, if they don't win this season, I'd for sure have to make some trades for sure. They would make the play-in, but they would lose in the play-in game. And yet again, another losing season. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get Ja and Zion some help. So I'm going to have to let go of Dariq Whitehead. He's been averaging 24 a game. But we have Jet Howard, who's been averaging 27 a game. And we get a better small forward, a younger small forward in Sadiq Bey. And we give up Josh Hart. I mean, that was the only trade, the only realistic trade that I could really do. So let's go ahead and make this deal. And Ja now and also Zion Williamson have 2 guys who are over 80 overall that are solid pieces that can help him. Jet Howard, you already know Juwan Howard's son. He could come in and contribute right away. And even with the trade that I made, Ja and Zion Williamson would end up actually missing out on the playoffs once again. So at this point, the Ja Morant and Zion Williamson duo comes to an end because he's 30 years old now, but at the same time, he's a free agent, so no team wants to sign him. And also, not only that, he does not want to sign a contract with the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't know why that's happening. As y'all can see, he's just not interested in negotiating a new contract. I did offer him a contract just below $51 million before, and literally I tried to give him $40 million, and he just would not accept because that's all I have left to give him because we don't have as much money on New Orleans Pelicans, and he's not accepting. So I don't know what to do. I think that might just be the end of it. I mean, they won 2 championships. I won't even say a lot, but they had so much successful seasons. As y'all can see, he averaged 24 and 11. Like, he averaged a double-double most of the years. He played like 10 or 9 seasons. And I'm really proud of that, but at the same time, I really wanted them to continue, their relationship and their duo, but it just won't happen.